a lot of people sitting around, but you know what? I don't play by the rules. Vito, say hi to everybody on YouTube.
Hey, everyone on YouTube.
What's up? So in the last video, Alex said that I didn't know what I was doing when I was shipping. But you know what? I do know what I'm doing when I'm shipping. You know?
Why you gotta puff your chest down?
Hey. Who practice? Ah. When your boy's like, hey, my boy can do it cheaper.
Hi. So we uploaded that video with Tanner and everybody said they want more vlogs. There's just shit going down, so don't mind my wild hairstyle. Ryan's Huracan is on the lift for a quick little service. So Ryan is gonna take this thing to a shootout on Saturday. 30-car shootout, no prep on the street in Mexico. He's a drag race guy. So, what are you saying? I got bad hairstyle? Are you implying that I got a bad hairstyle right now?
You always say, every single time I gotta take photos, you're like, bring my hat. Looking out for you, you know? Looking out for you.
I'm gonna hit this fool. I'm seriously gonna hit you today. And so we're doing a quick service of oil and just kind of going over the whole car since he's gonna drag race it. Well, he's gonna take this and this Fox body. I'm actually gonna tow this for him, and then he's gonna tow his Fox body, and he's gonna drive them both until it comes to the time where they both, if they do have to race, then I'm forced to drive that. How many of you guys want to see that? A vlog of us going to Mexico and doing a street shootout. So yeah, also we're gonna be doing some adjustments on the TCM files. We've actually linked up with, very proudly with John over at Unitronics for our TCM stuff. You know, a lot of people in the industry will buy maps and put them in cars and expect them to work. Yeah. So those guys have great experience with the Volkswagen VAG stuff and DQ stuff. So we linked up with them on doing TCM development. So it's pretty cool. So we're gonna put it in that and turn the power up and see what it does, right? Today's been kind of interesting. I woke up to all these tags on Facebook. I'm not a guy that likes controversy, and I guess it comes with our territory. I genuinely hate when people start comparing us to other shops or anything, because all it does is like creates all this drama between business to business that isn't needed. Luckily, like, not luckily, but that's why I was focused on being diplomatic and being very respectful towards other shops and staying in my lane, because when the internet nut riders begin to talk, or the internet starts to talk, you know, at least we have a mutual understanding. So today woke up to, you know, people comparing us to UGR in 60 to 130, you know, and one thing that I made clear was that the times that we post on our 60 to 130 is my personal car and me literally being reckless. I do not suggest, you know, when we build these cars to people, like, you know, oh, I want to run a fast 60 to 130. I said, listen, you know, when we give you the car, you know, with X amount of boost, it'll go consistent 380s. And we will back your car and, you know, assure you that it's fine when you run those times. Granted, you're not being an idiot, and granted, you know, if the Motec flashes a warning signal, a warning, you know, cut, you respect it. If like all the conditions are right, you're fine, you could hit it. But, you know, people were trying to compare us, which, hey, I guess it comes with the territory, but just also everybody's got to, you know, understand that, you know, we respect them and we're civil, and just be respectful, you know. We're not here to have a pissing contest or try to be compared to anybody. We just do us, and, you know, we'll continue doing us. I guess it's cool. The weather's pretty dope tonight. So speaking about being reckless, I'm gonna be beyond reckless tonight and turn my car up like 2 more pounds of boost, and I wanna go for like a 3.3, 60 to 130. So we'll see if it does it. The fastest I've gone is what, 3.5? 3.53. Alonzo will drop the video there. Of course, I've been chasing my 60 to 130, 350s for a long time in a stock engine. I'm gonna review the data log and turn this bitch up. It's like 2 gallons. All that weight and the extra power I didn't have in third, 4 gallons of fuel's enough. We don't want to be too heavy. All makes a difference. Let's go. Let's get this, baby.
No, God, please, no!
spinning a little bit. So I figured with no spin, the problem is after 3.5, you know, we're not able to back half the car, meaning use our big power on the big end to really bring us in. So we're counting on literally all the stars aligning, meaning being able to hit it and it hooking and going. So we're having to hit it with all the power in third to be able to run that ET. The downfall is you shock the chassis and it spins the tire. So the trick is, it's a pain in the ass. I'll tell you what I have to do. I'll literally drive for like 15 minutes, 20 minutes to put heat in the tires to get them like 90, 95 degrees, closest to 100 as I can. The moment I get that tire to that temperature, I pull over, drain water, put ice in it, make sure it's a cold night, and then I hit it. And cross my fingers, hopefully it hooks. No one will ever jump in one of these cars, drive it for 5 minutes, hit it, and run a fast pass. It's just impossible. You gotta put heat in the tire. We can't do burnouts, so kind of screwed there. However, we are working on it to be able to do burnouts. So once we can do burnouts, I think it'll be much easier to be able to chop that time down. Right now, we're relying on a lot of things, and it's a pain in the butt. It's a pain in the ass. The car all day will run 360s, not, you know, in normal conditions, but honestly, going for a time like that, you are doing everything in your power to make sure the stars align. So, and it's a headache. It can be a headache sometimes, you know. You really have to be on point. But hopefully some updates on the barbershop. We f***ed up 2 things: ordered the wrong lights, and then we put the mirrors too high. So they had to take all the mirrors off and all the framing for the mirrors off, lower them, and repaint them. So that's been a pain in the butt. I really hope that the gym's open back up. I have not been to a gym in 3 months. I've been eating like a slob. Now, granted, it's not an excuse to let yourself go to shit, because I could have continued to eat well and do some gym exercise, you know, home exercises. It's just hard to, you know, going to the gym was my getting away. Now it's like I'm damn near 20 pounds overweight. It's horrible. So I snap it back into place in the next week, and I gotta lose 25 pounds. These frames are originally higher. They're like up here. They had to be lowered because the barber seat. You really just couldn't see yourself, you know. So, but yeah, it's dope. So as you can see, that side is the countertops, and it's gonna be one long piece of wood, and then the toolbox is under it. So right here, we'll drop a quick little image video of how it all looked with the mirrors. Pretty dope. But then the LED lighting that we got was a little off. Alonzo's very meticulous about what light he wants. So yeah, by the end of the week though, we should be all right, and then hopefully next week we'll get the flooring done, and then be up and ready by whenever the world opens up again, right? So yeah. So the cool thing next to our barbershop is we got new gym. Yeah, we're just talking about losing weight, so it'll work out, because I'm sure I'll build a new structure of like leaving the shop, coming to the barbershop, seeing what's up, getting the session in, hanging out with the boys at the barbershop, and then maybe, nah, we don't want to say that. Let's just say they happen to move, we could open the taco shop right there. Like the other day, we were thinking about like how I started it. 2012, out of my garage at home, literally. We'll try to find a picture and we'll post it there. And a 3-car garage. One space was always used for my race car, which would come from Hondas. So I always had a drag Honda of some sort. And then there was this like little pocket under the stairway that there was like a little pocket under the stairway, and we had the welder, a bottle of argon and a plastic welding table in there, right? And then in like a little corner we had like a belt sander, grinder, etc. And that's how we started. We ran like that for like a year, you know, selling manifolds and intercoolers and turbo kits. And I got my first shop in Paris. It was like 1,700 square feet, 1,600 square feet. I remember the day I got that day, I was like, whoa, this thing is big. I'm so scared. I was so scared to get it. And I remember this guy named Andrew. He used to work for Tony, T1 Race, sales guy, and we became friends. I remember one day I was driving home and I was like, dude, I don't know, I want to leave my day job and start this full time. He says, well, I'm just scared no one's gonna buy. So he's like, well, do you really see that happening? Like, how busy are you? How busy have you got? I'm like, no, I mean, honestly, I don't. He says, well, there's your answer. So then I was driving around my neighborhood, and I drove up to the industrial side of town, and there was this complex and Indian Parkway, and maybe we could drop a little image of it. Yeah, we'll post an image here. And man, I thought it was dope. It was gated. It was cool. I was on cloud 9. Like, no way I can make this happen. I didn't think I was going to be able to make it happen. So I told Elsa, I was like, hey, I'm thinking I want to leave web and I want to start do this full time. She was pregnant with Cobain. Right? She's like, well, if you really believe in it, you want to do it, send it. She didn't say send it. She said, go for it. I'll support you. So at the time, it's like, scared to sign a lease. $1,200. No, it was $950. And I was like, man, I don't know if I can afford that. But I was like, I won't make it happen. You got a mortgage, a car payment. You got a girl that's pregnant. You got, insurance, and it's just all life, right? And I went in it, and I didn't look back. Charlie, it was me and Charlie, and we sent it, and shit just blew up, dude. It happened so fast. I mean, I could think of it like yesterday. And here we are now looking at 25,000 square foot buildings, which is big for us. I mean, people like UGR got 60, 70,000 square foot facilities, but they got a cool story too. I actually saw Kevin post somewhere along the lines that they had an 800 square foot storage. They started out in like the mid 2000s. So everybody starts somewhere, and everybody looks at these big companies like, oh, they must be nice, but like they all got a story. They all did hard work, they put in their work and their sacrifices and their struggles. All right, so then like business was going well, we're building Hondas and Evo kits and we're doing well. Busy, but I mean, I remember at one point I had when I first started out of the garage, I had like a 5 manifold backlog, and I was so freaked out. And it got to the point where it was normal to have 20 to 40 manifolds on backlog. But at that point, we've had a reputation. We're like, we're not gonna rip nobody off. You're gonna get your parts. Unfortunately, sometimes, us being a small business, things take long. And still this day, they still take long sometimes. So then we're like, dude, like, what if we built a twin turbo Lambo? Like, building twin turbo kits for Lambos. That would be cool. I've never been scared to take on a project, and Charlie wasn't either. Like, we never scared. We were like, yeah, let's do it, but like never really thought of the consequences back then. And luckily, it's worked out. I mean, we've hit bumps in the roads that we figured out, but I remember it was 2016. It was around Thanksgiving. I was just browsing around. I was like, I'm gonna look for Lambos, just see how much they are. It was just a simple conversation over lunch, and I found a white one at Dallas Lamborghini, and I was like, man, that's a nice car. And I said, I wonder if I qualify for one. I'm gonna give it a shot. So I reached out to them and said, hey, they go, yeah, it doesn't hurt to try. So I tried, and it says, well, we get you in one, but you need to put X amount down. And I'm like, oh, I could swing that. I said, well, if I can get away with putting like $50,000 down, I'll do it. They're like, we might be able to swing it, but can you do more? I says, well, how much more? Like, well, can you do 70? I was like, man, I don't know. Like, yeah, I can do 70. So at this point, I'm hyped up. Like, I might get this fucking car. So I'm gassed up, and the way my brain starts thinking, when I want something, there's nothing that's gonna stop me. I am fucking determined, and I will make it happen. One way or another, I will fucking hustle. I will sell oranges on the corner. I will do whatever I gotta do. So I always have, a cushion for the business, right? You gotta have cushion for the business. You got your house, your living, etc. They went back and forth, and they wanted 120, 100 something. It was like, I think it was like 120,000, 115 or 120. And I literally counting my eggs in my basket, assuming the business would be good. I said, fuck it, let's do it. And I left myself with like, I think like $5,000, $10,000. I didn't leave myself with much in my personal account, just because like, oh, I'll make it back. And I got it. And I was like, so surreal. I remember I drove to Ontario and loaded it. I've never even driven a Huracan, nothing. remember when I got into it, the transporter guy was like this Russian dude who's like, you must be very careful, very fast. And I got in, I was like, how do you start this motherfucker? He's like, hold the red button. I was like, hold the red button. And I took off and I was like, dude, this is a dream come true. You know? It was cool. I drove it naturally aspirated for a month, 2 months, no, a while. But at that point I started talking to Cybex. Cybex was the only one that had a standalone management available to the public then. And I bought a kit. I got to know my buddy Boyan very well, which helped me, you know, truth be told, like, yes, I know I f with Motec. I am big Motec. I only run Motec now on these cars, but I always will have respect towards Cybex because I kicked my business off with Cybex. But moral of the story, it's like, you know, sometimes don't be scared to make moves. You know, there's no reward without risk, and if the risk goes bad, it's gonna happen. You know, I mean, hey, get back up. We live in a country with lots of opportunity. Like, I don't know how many business owners I know that have failed at what they've tried, and they get back up and they try something off until they kick it off. The chances of you succeeding the first shot, you know, the percentage is going to be slow. Doesn't mean it's not impossible. It's possible, but don't be scared. You know. And now looking back at it, I'm like, damn, the fuck was I thinking? Got a pregnant wife, you know, and you're gonna deplete your account, counting on to actually work. So, fast forward. It's crazy to think that it's been happening so fast, but you know, it goes to show you if you keep your head down and just focus on what you're doing, and, you know, take care of your people, you know, take care of your customers, you'll be alright. But yeah, I mean, sorry, I don't mean to get all history, you know, heart to heart with you guys. It's kind of just one of those topics that Alonzo and I were having about our next move, you know, with everything that we have going on. It's just, we still try to, like, what we do, stay grounded. We're just a bunch of...
The fuck out.
What the?
Coming in here with
Damn. Hey, what the?
What is that crap?
Hey.
Next thing I know, he's gonna go to 316.
Hey, White Claw is law.
This is the last one they had.
The man
You wanted
cover
it quick, you know what I mean? So I was like, I'll try to see what else is that, you know what I mean? And I wanted to try these for a while.
So just be real. Don't blame it on it because they only had one. You wanted to try a Truly drink.
Yeah.
Swung on his ass if you
Did
saw
we
you
have
coming
one
here
of
with
these
a
left?
Truly's.
Let's call fucking Johnny really
Johnny
quick.
would have swung on your
Oh
ass
my
if he saw you
God.
coming here with a
I
Truly.
don't f cars here.
Oh, chill!
Oh my god. Come here, fucker. Oh, look at Johnny. Hell yeah, brother. Johnny, we're calling you for a reason. Look what this fucking guy walked in here with.
That does not slap. The camera says that does not slap. Yeah, you guys truly fell off. Nah, I wouldn't waste alcohol.
That's true.
That's alcohol abuse.
What are you doing? Just living the Florida life, huh?
Yo, he's big chilling on a floaty in the pool right now, huh?
That's it.
Big
That's it. I'm
chilling.
watching that SHEEPEYRACE YouTube, you know.
Hell yeah. We had to call and say what's up to our homie and let you know about your boy Johnny over here dropping the ball.
God damn it, Johnny. Let's take that name away. We're gonna just call you Blank. Blank. Gotta take care of something and then I'm done.
Oh, yeah, for sure. If you need me to help you ship those parts, just let me know, baby. I got you.
Let's see what this
You
is.
feel me?
If this is nasty, I'm flushing it.
Y'all hear that?
Handle, baby. I'll see you tomorrow morning.
La Flan. Come on, shorty.
Chill.
Oh, got it. Yeah, I haven't tried that out. Yeah.
It's not that. It's not as good as the
First
one.
thing I do, I take off
The best ones are the Coronas.
traction
for real.
control
The
off.
best ones are fire.
We're teaching Roy how to do
Button
roll
against
now.
it, completely eliminate it. And yeah, I'm always over 5,000 RPM. Got it. Thanks.
All right.
It's
So
not bad.
get in third gear and try it and send me a voice message. I'm curious to hear what your reactions are. Go, 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 go. Usually usually when we ship cars, we don't give them A, all the power, and B, we don't teach them rolling anti-lag until they get comfortable. So Roy from Miami said this.
Bro, I did the fucking rolling anti-lag. Holy fucking shit, bro. What a fucking difference. Dude, it rips, bro.
And he's only in map 2. There's 4 maps, map 4 being the highest. I like to ease into them, you know, like, these cars are fast, man. Videos don't do justice. So, you know, we all like new tools. So we use XRP hose ends, and it's great shit. But when I was at SEMA, I met PRI, and their shit is just like, it's pretty dope. XRP's great, but I'm always finding ways to run a, you know, to have a variety of product and give customers more of an option, you know. So the one thing about them with their hose, it's lighter. And my problem with XRP is their hose that I buy, it's called an XM-10. I always wipe them out. I literally will buy 500 feet at a time, and keeping up with me is a problem. Sounds a little cocky, huh? And BMRS says they'll stock its ship me as much as I want. So I said, let's do it. And on top of that, they were nice enough to sponsor TJ Hunt's car to let us have all the hose and hose ends for the new C8. So it was a win-win, right? They knew how to wheel me in, because it's like, who wants to spend the huge buy-in to buy new tools and hose ends when I already have a nice machine instead of from XRP? They're like, oh, if you do the buy-in, we'll give you all the stuff for TJ's car. I said, sure, here's 20 grand, let's roll. Oh man. Even this pendejada la que tienen. You tell I know nothing about shipping and receiving? Oh, you guys ready for the money shots? Stacks and hose ends. Now granted, I got probably $20,000 of XRP shit in stock. Interesting. What's up, guys? How you guys doing? So we got a snap-on box just for our Brown and Miller racing systems. So essentially just laying out how we're gonna do everything. Dies, all the dash 10 and dash 12 hose ends. And then in here will be, no. This is all dash 12, right? Is what we agreed on?
Yes.
Okay, so upstairs, up dash 12, and then 10s, and then 6s, and 4 hose ends, and then all the collars. So stuff like that, you know, I mean, not everyone's gonna notice, you know, XRP is good, but this is like top of the totem pole, you know? This is like Formula 1, you know? This is shit you see on Formula 1. Right, that's right. So we'll throw all these in here. So Danny's here from Philly helping. Not Jersey, Philly, right?
Philly, yeah.
I said, are you from Jersey? He's like, nah, it's like comparing. What'd you compare it to?
2 different states.
The vlog was actually just a vlog, not really car stuff. Essentially, you know, my focus is to grow the business, you know, buy more equipment anytime we have a couple extra bucks. You know, so yeah, pretty excited about the new tool. Ballin'. Look at this ballin' ass. This is ballin'. Look at the inner diameter of that. Girth. So yeah, so now this is going to be an upgrade. This is not going to be standard with our turbo kit. The standard hose and hose ends is XRP. And then if you want Brown BMRS, this is going to be an additional fee. Like I said, it's not there's no performance gain. This is just balling. That's it, it's balling, right, Dan?
Correct.
Don't ask me how much, because I don't know how much yet. I'm going to charge for all this. It's just expensive. I spent a lot of money buying all this shit. But yeah. I think that covers this episode. Next week we're gonna our next video we're gonna do is literally pull a car in the lift. We're gonna have everything ready, laid out. Turbo kit, clutch system, Motec, the whole 9. Pull it in. We're gonna time lapse it. We're gonna take the car apart. No lollygagging, no cell phone. Build a tranny, do the fuel system, do the turbo kit on there, and see how long it takes us from start to finish. Now, you guys can't hold that against us, because you guys remember, we build many cars at one time. We just want to do this just to do a start to end process, right? But if you see us do it in 3 days, don't expect us to build your car in 3 days. We've got a lot of shit going on, right? So, gotta play Tetris. So yeah, it should be dope. Tomorrow we're gonna go to Mexico to do a private and invite-only drag event, and it'll be a 30-car shootout, and we're entering Ryan's Huracan. So actually tonight we have to work late and drop the tranny and put a big clutch in it that'll take the abuse for hardcore drag racing. So on the next vlog, stay tuned. It'll be a full car build and some drag racing. So, later. Everybody keeps asking what this tattoo is. It's called dopamine. Stop asking. And no, not like dope, like I do drugs dope. Google what dopamine is. You'll figure it out. Till then, later.